Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
G'day race fans and welcome to another Thursday night cracker of playoff racing here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Tonight we're going to go racing on the banks, probably up the top I would say, in race 2 of our round 1 of the playoffs. Joining with me tonight is Nigel, and we got Dean on the cameras. Good evening Nigel, how was your week and what do you think tonight's going to bring out, mate?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dean. Good evening, Dave, out there, and everyone listening in. It's going to be an absolute cracking race. As always in these mile-and-a-half tracks, it'll be all about conserving your tyres. We've got a good fielded car, so we better get to that grid because we're about to go green.
Yeah, it was a little bit from green, but we'll run through the grid anyway. We've got Brad Newman at the top. No surprises there with Josh Mickelmore, who's in a bit of form at the moment, running around the top, pointy end of the sword, I suppose you'd say. Andy Barber, a nice job there from Andy up into P3. Bradley Cairns, also a nice job, P4. Cattell Dale, nice job also. There's some good laps out there, but by the looks of it, P5. Ryan Jones, P6. Dylan McDonald, 7. Timo Blundell, 8th. Aaron Major, 9th. And Tom Pritchard, 10th.
In position 11 is Riley Curtis for Nitro Racing. Stevie Williams with EPR Racing in 12th. 13th, Brendan Griffiths, the first of the Project 36 cars in 13th. 14th, Trent Laval in the smoothest voice of sim racing as I've been told. We must get him in the booth one day. Jared Gilbert, 15th, Project 36 in 15th. 16th is Angus Lawsford, his teammate, with 17th. His other teammate, David Lawler. Jamie Davis is another Project 36 car in 18th. And 19th, Luke Patton. And 20th is Cameron Parment. I hope I pronounced that right.
Beautiful. And we got Dorman, Withy, Holsworth, Blundell. And our next page, big field tonight, is we're about to take the green flag. You can read down there, so Dean Power at the back there. About to go green flag, racing at the front. We've got Brad Newman who's going to get the jump here, and Bazzo waves that flag, and we are under green here at Kansas Speedway. And it's a massive field, as we said at the start. It's why it took us a while to get through that grid, but it's going to be interesting to see what goes in here. We've got Brad Newman straight away with a little lead with Andy Barber right behind him and is following him through. So I'd say the driver's going to want to get to that top line at some point, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out in the early days.
If you're watching it at home, all of our playoff drivers are in red on your screen, so you can follow your favourite playoff drivers at any stage as the field is starting to spread out there already. I don't know, it must be my screen at the moment. They seem to be going a lot more faster than what they usually do.
Yes, it's a hot pace here tonight already. We can see Josh Mickelmore has now just moved himself up in front of Andy. Andy got a little bit tight by looks at maybe on the exit of 4, but happy to just sitting behind the 31 at this point in time. Nothing not going to win races at this point of the day, but Ryan Jones on the move, up into 4th, with Bradley Cairns not too far behind him, and Aaron Major's making some moves out there as well. So, as Nigel mentioned, playoff drivers on our timing screen, or timing tower, I should say, in red, and leading that at the moment is Jason Holdsworth, who looked like maybe he had a bad run at qualifying. I'm I'm not sure. He was way down the back there to start this race, but yeah. And the other guy in second place on that playoff ladder at the moment is Brad Newman, who's leading this race. So keep an eye out for those guys throughout the field. These guys will be wanting to move forwards and get as many points as they can. We've got on board with Dylan. He is sideways, and he's sorted himself out. But anyway, that's what life is like when you're racing down under.
Well, the thing is, I'm actually looking forward to see how Bradley Cairns and Kurt Tay Dow go tonight. They are our two rookies of the year contenders, and showing great pace in the officials all week. Every time I go to jump in an official to do a race myself, those two guys are in there racing. I think they've got a couple solid top fives in there too with some of the great drivers from around the world. So that'll be great to see how they go tonight. Hoping for a good top five finish, and the other one I'm hoping to see get a good finish is old Carl Wilkinson Withy, the fellow that joins me in the booth every Tuesday night. He's taking this pretty serious tonight. Has he got his camera on tonight?
Heck, I believe Carl does have his camera on, but yeah, it's good to see those guys and the officials too, because it's a good opportunity to get some racing under your belt as we follow the official series. As we can see Carl on board as the 65. He does not have the dentist chair on the night. He's in a groove. Looks like he's got gloves on, so maybe eventually they will come off, hopefully. But the 35 right up on the back of the 11 here. So our American driver at the moment, the Nitro Racing, is the 35 with Dylan McDonald. But introduced, yeah, I don't know, controversial last week. He's used the bumper to make a gain, which is legal. This is how it is here, so long as you don't cause a wreck or cause damage. So we'll see if any of that comes back to haunt him tonight. But yeah, he's got a bit of work to do to get around those boys in front there.
Well, the good thing is, though, like Carl at the moment, you know he needs business because he's got the black shirt on. Last week he went Hawaiian. He was all chilled out having fun. But this week, gloves are on, black shirt's on. He means business.
Yeah, interesting with this ride. We've just put them on the exit there, as looks like those guys are mostly on the bottom. Actually, most of the field is, well, looks of that. You can see one car at the top. So early days, I'd say, on these fresher tyres, these guys will use that bottom groove, and then possibly eventually move up the track a bit to the top groove. So you can use top and bottom here and make some good speed.
Got a pass position now on Ryan Jones. He's now up in the fourth position. Now he's whoa. The biggest mover so far is in 18th. It's Ryan Barber. He's up 10 positions. He's a playoff driver too, I believe. He's up 10 positions, and and Luke Patton, he's up 3 positions, and Dean Power's up 25. He started at the rear of the field tonight, so they're our biggest gainers so far. David Lawler's probably our biggest loser so far. He's down 10 positions, but up front at the moment, it's looking like Brad Newman, Josh Mickelmore, and Andy Barber are getting a nice half-second lead on the field.
Yeah, that's it. Andy Barber, good to see him up there and having a nice run tonight. And to be honest, he's just biding his time there. It's all he's got to do is just follow these guys. He doesn't have to overdrive it there. Just stick with them, and for as long as he can, don't overdrive it. Just save those tyres, and he'll be handy come towards the end of this race. Like, he's not in the playoffs, so he does not care for the guys in front that are in the playoffs. So he's got nothing to lose tonight. He's going out here to win. That's his goal. Come back with the steering wheel. That doesn't matter. It's either the win or the steering wheel.
Well, he's been pretty crook, old Andy, so hopefully he's feeling all right and gets through the race tonight. He's had the last couple of weeks where he's not been feeling the best, so we hope he's starting to feel a bit better out there tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, maybe that's the key. Maybe he might need to just take a couple of weeks off every now and then, and he gets some speed, because he's out there flying at the moment in the number 5.
He's definitely decent runners. We got Riley Curtis here with the Nitro car. He's cracked into the top 10.
Yeah, certainly, with sporting the Big Rock on the front, Big Rock Brewery on the front bonnet there by the looks of it. But yeah, it's a clump of playoff drivers from 6th to 10th, or like 6th to 9th, I should say, right in this zone for Riley right ahead of him. So he's going to look to try and weave his way through these guys and get back some of them points, as we remember last week finishing 3rd at Texas. So he sits pretty good. He's actually sits 3rd on the playoff table at the moment. The guys that are on the outside looking in to keep an eye out for is Aaron Dorman. As you can see on screen, actually, Aaron Borg, I should say. Sorry, not Dorman. Carl Withy and Aaron Major and Angus Lawford. So those guys, didn't have the best of weekends or races last week, as we got some side by side here. We might be looking to go 3 wide with Pritchard on the outside there, and Riley's going to push the issue through the middle as he's going to run high. So you can see those guys starting to use the top line a little bit more. We'll just see the momentum. If Kutal leaves him enough room, he should just drive right up around the outside as he does, and he'll have that carry that momentum all the way down into turn 3 here.
Let's hope that one day Riley with the Big Rock Brewery can supply us with some beers in here in the booth while we bring everyone the broadcast. Well, might get a little bit interesting towards the end if there's too many of them, but we've got...
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, I'm all about that. Definitely is, and I should mention, as we saw on the graphic before, the guys that are just ahead in the bubble are staying in that top 8 playoff is Laval and Bradley Can, to a tied on 22 points, and Kutal Duel as well. So this little group here is the battle group. You can see some cars are starting to come through the pack, some cars are starting to fade now. Stevie Williams looks like his car is coming on. The 51 looks like it's just fading a little bit at this stage of the race, 15 laps in. It's usually about sort of 15 to 20 laps when you start to feel or notice the change in the car, and if you're driving it too hard or too soft, it's going to get tight, might get loose. But that's the sort of mark, is 15 to 20 laps is when you start to notice it. Oh, we got one loose on entry there. It was a 36, I think, up in the fence. Yeah, it's the 36. So Brendan Griffiths, it just looked like he got a little bit loose on entry there, and easy to do if he's got a lot of rear brake on there, and just give it a rub. It shouldn't be too bad now, but yeah, not ideal.
As he just makes the pass there on the 54 car of Luke Patton. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Oh, another one hits the wall there.
It might have been his partner in crime in the one and the 237. I think that's Jamie Davis, is it? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep. But we're looking probably at a 2-stop race as well. I would have thought about lap 40, 45 to 50. You'll see these cars come down pit road. I'm only going from the official that I done last night. That'll be about round the mark as we go back up front now with Ryan Newman, Brad Newman. He's Micklemore's still hanging just behind him, and Andy Barber, not Ryan, Andy Barber. He's got some serious pace here tonight.
He does. He's going to look for a move possibly down the inside. He got a real good run off the exit there. Seeing a little bit squirrely as he went for the transition from the flat to the banking there on the bottom side. So sometimes it can catch you out and get a little bit loose. But yeah, he's got a head of steam up at the moment. So this is great to see. And Ryan Jones isn't too far behind as well. So don't count him out of this battle just yet.
And Andy's teammate, Tom Pritchard's in 6th place as well. So there's a little battle going on here. We've got the Nitro guys in 2nd and 5th car. Then you've also and then you also got the Stars boys in there, and then you also got the DPR car of Ryan Jones in there too. So the old team battle is alive and well at the moment, as it looks like Ryan's going to get on the inside there and of Andy.
Yeah, it's a hard
not going to get it done.
Yeah, a bit later into the run, it's hard to make that move down the inside. You sort of need those new tyres. So Brad Newman's still using that bottom line at the front there, but we've got the McDonald 35. He's rubbing that wall on the outside, so just made a meal of the entry there and got into the wall, but very easy to do here because you run so close to it. Oh, maybe that's the issue. He's got Doggo on his lap there, but looks at it. So,
Larry the Labrador, it looks like.
Lazar having a little look.
So dealing with Larry the Labrador, and Carl will be there with the cat soon. So the animals are welcome in race cars in iRacing. So
that's it. We see Riley back to move to the outside there. You just got to be careful you don't get tight in there because it's easy to do. But so he hasn't made progress since we last saw him, but now he's trying to make the move on Aaron Major currently, and that's Bradley Cairns just ahead of him. So we'll see if he can get the run through 2 and 3 here and get the momentum down the back straight to try and clear him before entering 3 here, which I'd say he will.
The dog is back.
The dog is back. There's yeah. Who let the dogs out, mate? Anyway, so Jason Holdsworth, our playoff points leader, as you know, winning that race punches his ticket into the next round. So not too much stress on his part during these early stages of the race being that far back. More about just having a bit of fun and learning out here and trying to create an upset or helping his teammates or whatever he can do. He's got Trent Lavelle right behind him. There's that pattern on the outside as it just gets really nice and close there. Don't think they touch, but be cigarette paper between them.
There's 29 cars in the field tonight, so we've at the moment Brad Newman's leading the way, and Josh Micklemore's a tenth and a half behind him there with Andy Barber in third. He's got a good run here. Looks the move's going to be made, and Josh Micklemore's going to take the lead.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to have to try and make that slide up in front of him there on the exit, and we'll see if Brad comes back, because he'll probably just get the run back off the exit, all over and under, and he's going to have to run down the front straight there on the inside. So Brad has been committed to that low line. Does he change it on this line? Yes, he does. He takes the airway off the 31 and starts running that top line. I was almost going to say he was going to do it down to the 3 and 4, but the 31 sort of just got a really good run there. But you see Brad just take that line away from him now. So 31's going to have to make a move down here. And we'll see if he can get it cleared and slide on up, which I don't think so. Brad's got a nice run up the top there and should carry the momentum down the front straight. Ryan Jones, meanwhile, in the background, having a look at Andy Barber. So Andy Barber's still going with this lead pack. It's a lead pack of 4 at the moment, with 2 playoff drivers and 2 non-playoff drivers. He goes for the slide job. Andy cuts him a break there. I think the 5 cut him a little break there, just a little lift. But I think at his time again, they might have ended up in the fence. But that's sometimes how you got to make your pass here. That was effectively a slider, like a dirt slider. You slide down through to go low, slide up on the exit there. Andy recognised it was coming, probably cut him a little bit of slack there, and just gave him the throttle a little lift there and let him in. Otherwise, they may have both ended up in the fence there.
Looks like we've got pit stops happening already with David Lawler heading to pit road. There was a little incident earlier just before as well between Trent Lavelle and Jared Gilbert a few laps ago.
Just a little incident, was it?
Just a little touch. Trent got into the wall, lost his momentum.
Speaking of in the wall, the fall's in the wall, and there's the red. He called it as the fall was in the wall. They're gonna get it saved here. They're all gonna get it saved and under control as the caution flies for the first time of the night. But it looked like the fall was that Gosley up there, was it? No, Tim Blundell in the truck series.
Yeah.
So Blundell was just a bit of wall right up there and trying to get it off. And as he come off, Stevie Dubb was getting tight, trying to avoid him. Obviously, the fall's losing a bit of pace up there as it gets into the wall. You'll see here. So it starts losing pace, and Stevie can see he's trying to get away from it and just comes down a little bit, checks up. And, unfortunately, that was more of a concertina. It was not really anyone's fault. They sort of just ended up all in the same area there. And to be honest, they all escaped and no harm, no foul.
And that's the thing, like if you're not used to riding up the top of the wall here, you can get sucked into it pretty easily. Usually you find the guys who run all the sprint cars are very good at going near the wall. I can still remember Ethan Winter in our Homestead race. He was very good because he could ride along the wall with his sprint car experience.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see on board here, if he hits the brakes here as well, you got to remember, so he's getting in there tight. If he touches the brakes, he sees the car there, he brakes. The cars will actually straighten up and go up the track a little bit at first when you get off the brake, or lift off the throttle even. It's like a pendulum, I guess. It's the roll center of gravity. I don't know what it is, but if you lift, the momentum actually shifts and the car will actually push a little bit on it and in the middle of the turn there. But we can see everyone is going to come down the pit road and take some service, get some new black round things, and head out there and have another crack at it.
You wouldn't be making too many adjustments to your car at the moment.
I mean, if I'm Andy Barber, I'm definitely not making any adjustments. I'm
definitely not.
Keeping it as it is. If I'm down the back there, I'm definitely making something.
Bradley Cairns as well. I wouldn't be making adjustments to that 7 car either. He's been going alrighty tonight.
Now, in the background of this, we've got a nice race off pit road. Hopefully they all get out there and manage it nicely. Brad Newman is the first off pit road, but I noticed Carl Whitty is now in the lead of this race. He stayed out, so is that a strategic move? He has not pitted. He has stayed out of Val.
I think he just wants a bit of camera time.
Yes, the Lavelles are up down from before. I think you said we stopped, but I think Whitty might be going for the tyre strat here and just saving his tyres for the end.
I think he can hear us too if you're watching out there, Carl. I think he's listening in at the same time.
Carlos, give us a wave if you're listening, mate. Show us your gloves. Yeah, listen, you might have a partner in crime in the bed there listening, but that's about it. But the strat's on, the strat game's on. So what you're going to see here now is go back to Green Flag Racing. Carl is going to have a parachute on it. That's what it's going to look like. And he's going to fall straight back through this field.
Very quickly.
Yep, like a rock in a pond. But that rock's got brand new shoes at the bottom of the pond, I guess.
As they say, they got all the field's going to drop it like it's hot, and he's out of there. But he's got nothing to lose, has he?
Oh, I mean,
he probably has.
Yes and no. So yeah, exactly. So he's in the playoff. He is a playoff driver, as you can see. So you can see he's in 10th currently. So he's 18 and he's only 4 points off the bubble. So 2 points away from being off in ninth, and then another 2 further for Trent Lavelle. So right now Trent Lavelle's a lap down. So
he's got to. I think he's got to finish 5 to 6 places in front of Trent Lavelle and Bradley Cairns to go above them. I think that's right. I think it's a point.
Yeah, that's right. So you need to put your best foot forward. But anyway, he's got a strategy in mind. We're waiting on him now to get this race restarted. And
we're away.
We're away. It's the red flag, and we are racing again. And Carl gets a ripper restart there, and then watch the speed difference through turn 1 and 2 here.
We've got 3 wide there at the back there.
Yeah,
he's held on so far. Here we go.
Yeah, Ryan Jones, he's got to go put him 3 wide. You've got Mickamore pushing the Newman car down the back straight to the truck. So there's the speed difference. There's Andy Barber. He's got a wet sail, and he set sail past Witty there, and you watch the rest of the pack are going to do the same. So hopefully Carl does not get himself into a wreck there, because that's the worst thing that can happen right now. That strategy goes right out the window. But she's got a nice battle up front here. It's Ryan Jones putting the pressure on the one car out front, and we go. These guys, they're not afraid to rub panels and rub doors and slide jobs and whatever else. So we're on for an entertaining race here.
It was smart driving then by Carl. Just got into that high line, letting everybody through. He knows that he hasn't got the pace of these guys. He's playing more of a strategy game. It's here we go.
I thought I saw a 36 car in the background. So that's Chooch on the. Oh, and that's a teammate. That's Davies is a 237. I think is Jared Gilbert. Sorry, we got corrected on that before as well. I did see a 36 car up in the fence on the exit. There was something going on, but I didn't catch it all. Oh, here we go. We got to see he's at a snap mid corner, and he's just been
tried to block. Was it a block on a teammate?
Nah, I think he's had a snap and come down in front of the teammate, and then just got run over by the 86, I believe that was. And 86 is doing what he can to hold the brakes. The 152 is holding his brakes, but destination F if you're 237 there. It takes a little while to ride over. So there's a little snap there.
Yeah, and yep, that's right. Yep.
And then the 86 is trying to cut back down underneath him. Has another little oversteer moment on the exit, and just comes down in front of the 86 there. So not much he can do. And then Brad Wright in the wrong place, right into his teammate. So it's teammate on teammate on teammate on teammate there, just quietly.
Mm-hmm. So do a few repairs there,
and I think there's a few unlucky customers up on the inside of the track there when they came back up. He gets loose there. We can watch the other car, one of those black cars, the 86. He comes back up onto the track here, and he might take out some other cars. Dean Powers in there. Oh no, we got the other cars just wrecking. Must be avoidance. So I think it was the 36. So I think the 36.
No, the Brian comes down, and then
let's go to 36. Let's try it on board. Let's see what happens because this is all going to happen in front of him here. So we've got guys just changing lanes, trying to avoid it by the looks of it. There's cars going there. Brad Wright and there. Dorman goes to the inside. He gets through without any contact. He avoids that. Dean Power's involved in that one as well. So yeah, a few chain reaction crashes on the inside there by the looks of that. Dean Power having a little slidey boy there. So this is what right in front of him here. Oh yeah, 86. Yep. Brad Wright just again. Brad Wright didn't have anywhere to go again there and just...
Whoa.
True.
Dean Powell should be okay. He won't have too much damage on that 999 truck.
Yeah, a lot of them cars should get repaired, to be honest, if they do have any damage of type, but maybe not the guys that ran straight into it. But second caution of the night, lap 35. Does Carl take his tyres this time? Did he come down? Because let me have a look.
Yes, he did.
He did, eh?
He did. So we had Brandon Griffith go on pit road, obviously, for the accident. We had Carl Wilkinson and Marty Mitchell and Luke Patton come down pit road as well. I think Luke Patton might be fixing a bit of damage on that car because he was down the lane for a minute 30, but the Carl and Marty were down for 37 and 47 seconds. They'll be going there for pit stops. Carl only was in the pit box for 14.77 seconds though, so he made it.
So
may not have
tires, so 14.
He would have taken tires.
Yeah, that's about it, right? 13 to 14 for a stop, depending on how good your crew are.
But Marty Mitchell just took fuel.
Yep, so there'll be some that just took tyres. There's no point grabbing any more tyres. So they would have just topped up those 5 or 4 laps that they just did, and just to offset themselves a little bit. They might be able to play with that later on, but yeah, Carl has definitely said that strategy wasn't working. Let's get back on course, and now has about a 4-lap offset of tyres. But Newman once again is about to round out the turn 4, and he's going to pace the field here to the Geico restart zone.
Green flag is sitting there waiting to go. We'll wait for the green flag restart zone, and Brad Newman takes these guys to the green flag once again on lap 37 of 126. Got away nicely there.
Yeah, Andy Barber been a little bit more aggressive on the inside of Andy Barber this time, so not having it all his way this time, Andy, but he has got a good car under him. He has to remember that, so don't get involved in anything he doesn't need to. But Bradley just having a little dig here and see if he can make some other. Riley Curtis made a couple of places throughout that little cycle 2 by the looks of it, so he's got himself up a couple. Tom Pritchard, he's not too far back there either. Holdsworth is coming onto this pack too, so Holdsworth from the back of the bus almost, so he's up. Where is he? 13 spots, so as they go through right through turn 2 on the exit, you've got Ryan Barber in there, Junior's in there as well. He's got Stevie Williams, the 98 in front, and McDonald who's been up the front, and now he's battling his way through. Ryan Barber drives are in there deep. Aaron May just sees it. He just jinks it to the right a little bit, sees it as a 35 is going to come off.
And Ryan Barber, he's up 17 positions. He's now into the 11th. The other big mover so far is Dean Powell. He's up 12 positions to 17th. So some big movers in the field now. And but up the front though, she's staying pretty stable with Brad Newman, Ryan Jones, Josh Mickelmore, Andy Barber, and Bradley Cairns. Rounding out the top. Yeah, he's having a cracking run, Brad. Yeah,
and the Southern Stars car, so they've got a good car underneath them. So Ryan's going to try and put that to good use, as you said, the 05. So let's hope he can stay out of trouble and as I said, put it to good use. I'm sure he's got a few fans in the chat. We'll have a look and have a suss, but look at him go, Andy, there on the inside there, running that low line, putting pressure on the 31 at this point.
I think this will become a fuel race, because if we're now got 86 laps to go, one more stop and I think you can make it to the end. If my numbers are right. I could be completely wrong. If you're out there in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong.
Oh, mate, yeah, I have to go off your numbers. You did the racing. I haven't done anything here, but one of us does. But man, missing tonight, Matt Danson, he did pass through a sick note, but he seems to be filling a chat full of spam as well. So not in this chat, but the Discord chat, he spammed that up before.
I think at least he could give us a football score update for AFLN and NRL if he's out there watching, which I'm pretty sure he is.
That's a good point. Let's check the scores while we're waiting. And it's 6-all for those playing at home half time between Dolphins and Para. We've got Para on the tipping score, but back to the action, guys. We're getting sidetracked here. We've got Ryder Curtis. He's up behind the 70, and Bradley Kent. He's got the Jordan on the back tailgate there. I can see Jordan and something else there, maybe a Fortnite badge or something. I don't know. Could be making it up as we go. And it's a Twitch actually. So BK Cans 1. Get aboard, get on the mark, give him a like, give him a sub. Give us a sub.
He races by himself too. He's a privateer, has no teammates with him, does all of this by himself, learning how to ride these trucks. He's
because
first season with us. He's hoping to have a go at ANC next year. That's one of his goals that he wants to aim towards. So good on him for them.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we want to see. We want to see more drivers just having some fun and just dipping their toes and whatever they can. You know, like the more drivers around, the better.
100%. And the way the Australian NASCAR eSeries is set up is that if you are new and you want to get into oval racing, you can start off with the truck series, and once you build your confidence up, then you can work your way up into the X series, which is on Tuesday night on the Xfinity car. And once you feel confident in that, qualifying for the ANC Championships for 2026 will start in February next year. So there's plenty of things to aim for in the series. It's not just a league race as such where you just rock up every week to race. There are goals that you can set yourself, and there's standards, and there's a journey that you can take yourself on with the E-Series.
Yeah, definitely. There's there you have it from the boss himself, mate. Getting in there, but jump in. There's a new season coming up as well. If you want to jump in a couple of these races to dip your toes and then have a full crack at a full season, so they do a split season. We got this is the coming towards the end of season 1, but it's only going to get hotter and better than the next season. So we've got Carl. Is he putting them tyres to good use? Where is he on the track at the moment? He is sitting
15th.
15th. I'm just way too over. I just need to go back on the left there, and I'll see that. Yep, beautiful. Now we've got it back. And he is catching our newcomer, another rookie, Cameron Pamet.
Second race with us too. So welcome, Cameron. If you're watching, if you've got fans out there watching at home, and if you watch the replay afterwards, welcome to the series.
And we got Bubba on screen here, so you can see he started in 28th, so he's almost stone motherless last. There's 29 starters in this field. Current position is 8th, which equates to up 20 on his list. So he's putting that car to good use, and as he should. He's only getting better and better. He's learning a lot running with these guys out here, and it's good to see, and we encourage that. We like to see the guys learn and go fast. Eventually start beating these good guys. You know, like they've got the skill. They'll learn it as they go, and it's great to see. And the old dog up front, Andy Barber, so he's showing us how it's done tonight. And you can see Pritchard in his mirror as well, which is a Southern Star car. So, he just gets that wall, as we say it, the Pritchard there. So don't cut Tommy out either. He's in this battle as well. He's in the Southern Stars team, so he'll have the same hot rod underneath him as Andy goes for a move down the inside. Is he going to be able to get through there and get clear? He's not going to be able to get him clear, but can he get the run off?
This time.
Can he get the run off? As he can't. It's a hard move to make down there, but keep chipping away at it. Just got to watch out for that number 11 behind, because if he gets a sniff of anything, he's going to put his nose in there.
I reckon there must have been a serious team meeting this week at Southern Stars, as far as we're getting a bit close to say we aren't sitting down the back anymore. We're going to hire some new mechanics and hire some new engineers, and looks like they've got themselves back up the front, and the old ones have been sacked and the new ones are in. So the Southern Stars are showing some great speed here so far with Ryan. Yeah, well, he's up 19. You got Andy in 4th and Tom's in 5th. But it's another good drive from Ryan Jones. He's in that 11 machine.
Yeah, he's going to plug any hole that's there, and he's one of the more aggressive drivers in the field. And saw that exit there, so he showed us that he had Andy had a little bit of a tough run off that exit of 2 when he was on the inside, and that was all the invitation that Ryan Jones needed to have a send down the inside. But Jason Holdsworth here, he's just holding down the top 10 position, looking to possibly make a move up here. But nice little battle pack here as we got Carl Whitty making a move up the inside of someone down there. Going into the shot there as he goes past on the inside of the 77 and makes that position. So he's making good use of that little bit of a tyre offset possibly, and yeah, that strategy might be working for him because he's moving forward. So last time we saw him he was 15th, so that's another spot up now. That was Cameron Clement that we actually haven't spoken about before. Aaron Major, we've got Ryan Young Jr. getting a lesson from Holdsworth.
In Q Tay Dow, he's still going strong there as well. He looks like he's going to go on the inside there on Ryan Barber to make it 3 wide on the outside of the Aaron Dorman. I think is that Aaron Dorman?
Yeah, that's Major 105.
That's Major.
Yeah, so Major. So they're battling. So Brian may have used a little bit more tyre to get to where he was. Once again, he's going to learn as he goes through. He's going to realise that next time I have to just take a little bit softer and ease my way into it, as Holdsworth now makes another move forward and is trying to put the move on the 98. Stevie's not going to leave it up that easy, and he'll get the momentum down the front straight. So it'll be all into turn 1 whether Jason can get down there and get clear of him. Last week's winner from Texas is going to have a good advantage going in here, ready to carry it off. Not quite. You can see the 98 just gets that run on the top. He's just ripping that lip up there, and he'll have that momentum down the back straight. Look at the difference there in the speed as the exit on the exit.
So if you're out there watching online on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and give us a follow on Facebook with all of the updates. There's plenty of media that happens during the week of all the teams and drivers. You get to know your favourite hero and driver, get to know a little bit more about them. Bit of chat in the YouTube at the moment from RJ. I'm thinking we've got a Barber fan there.
Yeah, that's a Barber fan. Looking at the times at the front, the last time by, Brad was a 32 flat. Josh Mickelmore was a 31.9. Ryan Jones was the quickest car, the 31.7, and Andy Barber was a 31.1 and 32 flat for a Tom Pritchard. So they're all pretty close together, as you can see them on the board there actually. And that all changes this time. So this time it was Newman 31.9 and then Ryan Jones 31.9. So almost the exact same times there. And Mickelmore this time was the fastest car. So he did a 30. Nice right up. So I'm looking at the fastest lap. So he did a 32.2, but he makes passing Jones at the moment. So that could be why. But he didn't want to sit back there for too long. So he's going to try and get it. But Jones will have the momentum on the top side. Top side of the speedway.
Well, I don't actually reckon this is going to be a fuel race. The way these guys are having a fair old crack here, I don't think they're not fuel saving at all. So this is definitely not a fuel race. It's just one more stop to get home, and they'll be right. And that's Trent Laval on the inside there, and he's now 5 laps down. He'll keep circulating though, just in case something does happen, and he can still pick up a few extra playoff points. So he'll just keep circling. He'll be out of the way of the lead pack as it comes through. He had an unfortunate incident earlier on in the race.
Oh, Major.
That Riley?
McDonald. No, that's McDonald in the background there, the 35. Here we go for a trip through the infield. And that will stay green, so he's going to have to gather that one up and get it going. He is not going to get the yellow on that because he went to the inside, so we stay green at this point in time. But we're going to have a quick replay as he gets in there. Easy to do. He's loose all the way through there. All the way through and just loses at the end there. But he has got a loose race car at the moment, so that's not ideal to be running a top line like that. So he may elect to make some changes next time they come to pit road just to tighten that up just a little bit. You don't want to be too tight. But yeah, ended up on the infield there, so didn't bring out the caution. And we, as I said, stayed green here with Newman out front.
He done well to save that, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a save or not. You call it the save if he ends up on the infield. But he did well to gather it up and get it going again. But I'm not sure if I'd class it as a save just yet. Well, I'm a harsh critic, and now he has come. So maybe he said, "No, I'm going to make some adjustments right now," and he's burnt that right rear off it by the looks of it. She's blowing her up. So
Larry the Labrador saying, "That's it. Good night. I'm out of there. You're not going to win. I'm not watching."
with he on screen here. He's leaning into those corners, trying to help that momentum. So we go to Mickelmore and Barber. So Barber has just sat back and watched this battle for a little bit here. Now he makes the move and gets it up into P3 now. So this car is good. So Josh has got a little bit of a struggle. Remember, he's a Nitro team member, and the car we just saw in the pits is also a Nitro team member. So did Dylan make adjustments too far, possibly? And it might be already on the right rear, possibly, but you never know. But at the moment, the Southern Stars cars are looking great, and Andy's made that move up into P3.
Yeah, Josh McMillan's dropping position, but I don't think he'd be too worried about that yet. He's probably playing the long game here a little bit, let those guys go. Hopefully they might burn their tyres off and then catch them later on in the run, as we see Ryan Barber just behind him, Jason Holdsworth with, who's that on the inside, Bradley Cairns.
Yeah, certainly. But I know Josh Mickelmore. I wouldn't wouldn't be worried about that. Any driver that's getting past is not a happy driver to me. If I'm getting past, I'm not happy. I want to be doing the passing. So he'll go to work and he'll make some adjustments, I reckon, on the next stop and just trying to spark that car up as we see Holdsworth now on the outside. We've got Riley in the middle and we've got Bradley Cairns on the outside. Ryan Barber's going to join this party. Which lane's he going to pick? Is he going to go to the top side and he's going to make that run? So Riley might have just burned his tyres up. So he was 7th. He's dropped back to 9th now and almost going to be 10th by the time they finish this lap, I'd say.
Oh, he's going to get 4 wide then. Well, that's going to look pretty cool.
Yeah, plenty of room out there to do 4 wide. There's a fair bit of apron down there you're allowed to use. So Barber gets that position back. So he's just cooled them tyres out. Easy to overheat the tyres here. You can't cool them. Hard to cool them, but you can and get a little bit of life back in them. But yeah, tyre temp is a big, what do you call it? Not an issue, but it plays a big part in your speed. Tyre temp, as I found out in Texas in the Xfinity car the other night. I went ahead and burnt it all up, and then dawdled around and then actually started passing the guys that passed me back. So if you wait on it long enough, it'll come back to you. But yeah, make some changes. Ryan Jr.
That was a cracking race too. That Texas race last Tuesday night for Xfinity.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad race. Looked fun up front, but yeah, just didn't have the car. It was a little bit too tight for that. But some of those guys, they were fighting tooth and nail. So it was great to watch. As we got Pritchard now. I think that's Williams coming up to Pritchard. Actually, I believe.
Yep.
I reckon that's Williams making the move there. So he's going to try and clear up here on the exit, which he does with a little wobble in there in the between, just for good measure. And he's going to get that pass made. Will Pritchard fight him back here, or is he just going to concede and throw the white flag? And Pritchard keeps up there. So Stevie's going to have to go down the bottom there and clear him up on the outside again. Is he going to have that pass done this time by? You would think so. And he comes up, and now the target is the 31 ahead.
And we've had Dylan McDonald as well. He's called it a night. He's went through the grass, must have took all of his spoilers off. His truck's no longer. He's called it a night, pulled her into the pits, and he's off to play fetch with his dog.
There you go. So our American driver, he's probably off to bed or off to work, maybe even. As we got the 37, that's Payment, sorry.
Oh, yep, get in that lane, get in the right lane there.
In the 7, he's going to be the first to take service. So does that mean that he can't make it on fuel? So interesting to see if there's any other trucks that might consider it. I reckon Riley Curtis, if there is an opportunity, he might consider it because he's dropping a little bit of speed at the moment. So he's got from 7th, he's back down to 12th now. So that's not ideal for his championship. 13th actually now. So dropping some speed here and dropping positions at the same time.
And Newman's got a nice little 6/10 of a second lead there over Ryan Jones, and about 1.1 seconds back to Andy Barber. So the field's starting to spread out a little bit here now. Newman's still in that clean air. He'll have his truck will be a lot better off than some of these other guys. As Bradley Cairns, everyone's trying to run the bottom, but Bradley Cairns is saying, no, I like the bottom. Everyone's trying to run the top, sorry, and he's like, no, I'm going to try to give his bottom. Keep going with that and see how we go. So he's still running strong there. The other one, Aaron Major and Kate Aldao, they're having really good runs too, in 10th and 11th. as well. Mark Crockett too. He's up 12 positions. He's having a decent run there. He's in 14th position at the moment, but I think you'll start seeing the pit stops in the next 15 laps.
Rocket, new name to the series. I can't remember calling that this season. So good to see a couple of new faces out there, which is great to see. It's good on screen in the 73, is it? Yeah, it is the 73, the white 73. So yeah, he's doing well, getting himself into this race, and it's great to see him out here, and hopefully he enjoys it and comes back next week.
He's Christchurch. I'm guessing he's from New Zealand. So we've got a few New Zealand drivers with us tonight. Marty Mitchell, I think, is another one from New Zealand. So we got the Americans of Dylan McDonald as well. So everyone's welcome here to race, not just Australians. All around the world's welcome here to race in the Australian NASCAR eSeries.
Yes, certainly, and the better the field spread, the better the racing will be. And yeah, as I said, if you're new, like, this is a good place to start in a truck series. Run the officials, and then you can come and run the league races in the trucks area. They're not too bad to drive. They're probably the easier one of the cars to drive, and they're good fun. They're a bit of a GT3 on ovals, I believe. But just have a look at the speeds out the front. So right now we've got Brad Newman, as Dean just proclaimed, he's out here for a race. So that's going to be fun to watch. I'm going to be here for that. I'll stream it just for that. 8K, easy peasy. Sorry, Newman out front, and the times, last lap by was a 32.2 for Newman, Jones a 32.4, and Andy Barber still in there with a 32.3. So he's keeping pace with the leader at the moment, and so is Jones. So he's just responded. So Jones a 32.3. This time Andy a 32.3, and so is Mickelwell 32.3, and just for good measure, Stephen Williams 32.3, and Bradley Kansas 32.3. So right at the front, we've just plotted out the top 6 cars all ran the same lap time, give or take a half a tenth through that lap there, lap 72. So no one's really got a stranglehold in this race, apart from Brad out front. He's probably enjoying that clean air. Has led it every single lap, I believe, so far. Hasn't been, he's had challenges, but nothing of the race-winning sort yet. So
he won't do the alternative strategy, would he?
If anyone's going to do it, we know Newman's probably the one that's going to do it.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe he might try something a bit left field. He always seems to be able to pull it off, though.
Yeah,
some weeks he doesn't, but majority of the time he pulls it off. So let's see if he does something alternative to everybody else.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, when you've got that much speed and doing it pretty easily out front, why not make it interesting? So I'm here for it. So we'll see if he does. But yeah, if there is an opportunity, I think he's the guy to do it. But at the moment, we're just running laps down at the moment, and hopefully we might see some stops soon. I'm pending fuels. I might go and do some research. You take the golden white for 2 minutes.
Certainly will.
I'll come back and see if I can get some research for us.
And the good thing about the truck series is there's a lot of opportunities. So there's a lot of faster guys, more experienced guys in here that the newer guys can race against as well, to get that little bit more experience that they wouldn't normally get if they run officials. So the official system usually works in your I rating, and your I rating gets split up in between splits, so you race people around your own level. But with these league races, and especially here in the truck series, and this is at not could say the bottom series, but this is where everyone, we got a big crash here. We've got the 51, and we've got, it's Holdsworth. Whoa, what's happened here? What has happened here?
Well,
let's.
Oh no! Oh, Qatar Dolly's in there as well.
So he stopped dead.
Jace just gets that little side swap up there, and it pulls that car up, and Ryan Barber with nowhere to go. But yeah, he's like, depends on how far you committed there.
He gets hit again. Does he get?
So he's pulled up. What is going on? Oh my word! So that is suboptimal. I happened to be in that chat when that happened, and there was some words getting thrown around. Oh yeah, look. To be honest, the 77, Jason was parked. It's not the 77's fault. He was already committed to the outside. He said, "Oh yeah, he's parked there. He's not going to move." And then he got hit up into his path, unfortunately. But it was that Project 36 car, I think it was. So Jace does the right thing here, just pulls it up, holds the brake, and plenty of room for everyone to get past. But I think he ends up getting cleaned up by a 36 car. Yeah, it is Brendan Griffiths. I'm not sure what he may have been looking at that point in time, but it's, that'll be night over for a lot of those guys that got into that now.
If you banged up race cars, so Brad Newman, this will. Did you get some numbers while you're there, Dave?
You know, as far as I got, I said, "Is it a fuel race?" And the words was, "It was." So I knew something happened. So I was like, "Oh."
Yep. Okay.
Riley was telling me it might still be close on fuel here, so they must have. What's that? 20, 40, yeah. So like you said, about a 45 lap window maybe. So I reckon it's going to be still pretty tight. But surely they weren't going to make it anyway. Like, how's that? I don't know. If you weren't going to make it the first time, you weren't going to make it the second time either. So
No. So this a little bit of clutching going on, I would imagine, going off of pit road. So yeah, that's really shaking this race up.
yes, certainly yes. And
It looked
Jace
like Jace had a hardware issue. It looks like he's died.
When Josh was saying something, he did say, "Oh, I thought I got on the wall. I think I got on the wall." Something there. He said, "As that's the word I caught."
He's lost pedal. He's lost the accelerator. So he's got nothing there. He's got nothing.
That's crazy. Unless the 36 was unsighted, maybe benefit of the doubt, but that's come from about 5 laps back to get into that. Carl has gone and got a splash and dash. It's going to be tight on fuel, so he has elected to come down and pop up that half a litre, and hopefully that sees him get to victory lane. But I reckon, yeah, like you said, Nige, probably a 45 lap fuel window maybe, so these guys probably be tight. So
I think Carl was being smart. He was a smart then. He went and he's topped it off, got another couple of litres.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the strat.
And he is the only driver in the top 17 that did do that.
Yes, so they've done picked laps on that last stint, so they were. There's no issue here for me. 20. Yeah, I don't know, 46 to go. Should be no issue to get home here. So maybe Carl was anticipating a green white checker, but the race is away. We've got Brad and we've got Ryan Jones trying to make a race of it because he has to. So far, he's played the bridesmaid all night and hasn't had a chance. Brad's controlled this race. So right down on the line, defence going into turn 3 here. Is there going to be any space given? Jonesy runs with him. He's right on the driver's door. He's got him in his eyesight. Jonesy looks left. He can see him as he just wobbles up the track a little bit there. But the guys out the back there, Andy's in there. We've got Bradley Cairns having a dip. Mick of all these boys racing hard. Tom Pritchard's got a bit aggressive here. So we're about to go 3 wide. Turn 1. Oh, Andy Barber's got
He's going to save it though.
What a save from Andy. He saves it and he keeps it going. But that is an unfortunate event for Andy. He's just gone and thrown that one away there, unfortunately. And to his detriment, Tom Pritchard has also come undone with that whole situation. So the Southern Stars guys have just dropped the ball a little bit there, and the beneficiary is Bradley Cairns.
Wow, what a move. It's out in front. You got Ryan Newman holds off Ryan Jones. Number 3 wide there with the 192 and Tom Pritchard and the 54 of Luke Patton. He's up.
A nice little shove down the back straight. Oh, perfectly legally. That's what you want to do. As soon as if they cut up in front of you, you want to give them. Yeah, I'm here, boy. Next time, I'm not going to break or lift for you. So it's coming down to the business end of the race now. They know they have to get after it because they got their cars to a certain point. We've got Mark here, Fluffy Mark. he's in the thick of it. Carl with his extra half litre of fuel there running around on the inside of Aaron Norman starting up here. Luke Payton, he's making moves out of front. So he's Blackhawk Motorsports. So he's up 12 positions too. So we haven't seen him up that far yet. Tom Pritchard's going to be ruined that restart there because he was in a nice position. And he's going to be probably driving angry. Riley Curtis is the big beneficiary out of all of that. He's gone from about 12th to 6th there again. So the good thing for the Southern Stars guys, though, is they got to remember they do have a good car. So don't burn it up, don't ruin it, don't wreck it, don't throw it away. You can come back through. There's still a lot of laps left in this race. We got Riley Curtis on the outside of Luke Payton there. Oh, he's going to do the crossover. He's going to come back underneath him. Luke's making moves here. You're right on board with Riley Curtis in the 093. Riley Curtis design truck. He's going to have Pritchard for company, who is probably a little bit steamy at the moment.
I think he needs to get some of those beers out and throw a few of those Big Rock Brewery beers around to everyone at the moment. Chill everyone out a little bit. Here there's Thomas behind him. Just throwing one out the window there, Riley. And we got Newman's out to a second lead now on Ryan Jones.
Yeah, the call out actually is Riley gets a little bit screwed up the turn there, but Newman's still got the second lead out here. So is that Ryan Jones just trying to save his gear and try and do something? He's got to do something different. Like, really interesting race though. Yeah, Fluffy's doing a great job up here, Mark, in P10 at the moment. So first race out here tonight, I believe. So good on him, and this is great to see. Let's hope he comes back because
he needs to get, if he's going to be called Fluffy, he needs to get like a little fluffy dice on the car somewhere.
Yeah.
He's having a good run. Up top 10, up 16 places.
That's it, top 10. Brad Newman, biggest lead he's had all night at this point in time, 1.1 seconds at the front. So again, Jones tried to get aggressive and just didn't really have anything for him. Like, it was only half a challenge and that was it, as Brad saw it off. And so clean air must be pretty key out here tonight, I reckon.
I think so.
You can see Ryan Jones just up there. He's right on board with his teammate, but Ryan's just dropping into those clutches. So they've got 3 cars in a row there, and Brad's sort of checked out a little bit. So maybe Ryan is just trying to back him up, save as much as he can, so he's got something for him at the end of the race. That's all he can probably hope for at this stage. There he is, Little Bones Jones on screen.
I don't know how much fuel these guys have got, if they got enough or not. I think it's going to be touch and go.
I think they should be good by 6 laps. Going by 50 on the board there, you can see on our stint.
Yeah, yep. So my numbers are out.
For me, they're home and hose. But yeah, be interesting. Another caution will be interesting as well, because that'll be 1 set of tyres, 2 sets of tyres. That'll be the third and final set at the next caution. If the next caution comes in the next couple of laps, or next 10, 20 laps. Right on board with Ryan Jones, 4th gear. He'll be flat to the ball down the front straight. So what's he going to get to? Be about 183 down the front straight here, I reckon. Not quite. Doesn't top 183. Top speed a mile per hour down there. So
182.8 is what he got to. He couldn't quite get that last point too.
Very good. And the big question, I suppose, tonight, Nigel, is what flavour ice cream have you got in store after this race, mate?
Well, Connoisseur was on special this week at Woolworths, which was half price, so I got the strawberry.
There you go, a bit of fancy. Nigel,
I got fancy this week. The missus, she's got some cookies and cream that we'll probably eat afterwards.
I bet she does, mate. But I've got some vanilla, mate. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, you can't buy Coddy's strawberry topping at Woolworths or Coles anymore. I've discovered that, but I've got a new brand now, which makes it taste like the McDonald's strawberry sundaes.
That's
Anyone?
I was just about to say, every family needs a farmer. That's Nigel. Support your farmers. Support your local grocer, butcher, whatever you got too. By the way, just throw that out there.
Go, make sure you drink your milk.
That's it. That calcium. As these two guys on screen are just picked up that little bit of a gap over Cairns, who was having a bloody great run tonight. He's done it quietly. He hasn't done anything crazy. That one with Andy, Andy looked like he came down a bit there. We didn't get much to see of that. We only got a first-hand look. Looked like Andy came down, but other than that, Bradley's just quietly gone about his business.
Aaron Major too. He's into the top 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can get a replay between 5 and 7, but those are the numbers. That was on the restart week, well, that wasn't it? Nigel.
It was lap 81, I think it was. 81 or 82. Yeah, there was a couple laps after the restart.
Just going to try and see if we get a replay. So I think it's the next lap after. Yep. So we're just going to try and get a replay for the folks at home. Here we go. Entering 3 here. So I think 5's just going to come down. Yeah, fortunate for Andy. Maybe just not aware he was 3 right at that point in time. But yeah, cheers to Dean for getting that up for us. So quick replay there as Riley dives down the inside of Luke Payton here, and we'll see if he's going to get him clean. He's going to get nice and tight on the exit here as he runs that line. No, he just holds it down there nicely. So in a good position there for Riley. So put the truck where he wants, while he looks for at this point in time against that before truck.
As we go back in the field a little bit, looks like there's a battle between, well, we're in Riley Curtis and those guys now. I was just getting to them there, but Tom Pritchard and Stevie Dubb there, it looks like it's getting a bit closer there for the 6th and 7th position at the moment.
Well, speaking of Choochie's Chooch is leaving his mark on this track.
Just signing his autograph on the fence there, Brendan.
That's it. Yeah, we got Fluffy making moves on another 36 truck there, or it might be vice versa. Yeah, I think he's just might be fading a little bit there, but that's okay.
Looks like about 2 tenths now between Ryan Jones and Josh Micklemore in 2nd and 3rd at the moment.
Yeah, bit of traffic involved as well there, Nigel, you can see on the outside. No blue flags on the ovals. You got to make your own way past those guys. They can definitely make it easy for you, but they don't have to.
100%. Yeah, it looks like Aaron Major's actually the fastest car on the track at the moment. Judging by my time of 31.93, Newman done a 31.94, and 31.97 was Brendan Griffiths back in 9th position.
Yeah.
I think Andy has pulled the pin for the night. I think he's called the night. Which is a shame for that 5 car.
Yeah.
That was fast. That was fast.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably check the chat. He might be in the chat by now. But yeah, that was a shame. But yeah, he had a fast car, but as I said, he's got nothing to lose out there. So he's not in the playoffs. So he was going for the win no matter what there. So didn't come off from tonight. Hopefully they can fix that truck up and get a nice set for the next race out and try and make a fist of it as well. Then, as we got Ryan Barber, I think, is also parked as well. So as we can see, Aaron Borg's not here, so he will drop to that bottom of that list, I would dare say. Carl, Aaron Major, so they're all fighting for it. Lawford's out here. Lavelle was a lap down early, so he's not had a good night. Bradley Cairns good mover and shaker there in 5th place at the moment. So he's looking to move up that leaderboard a bit and get away from that the cut line. So we've got Pritchard, the lone Southern Star, left out there, unfortunately. Well, it looks of it, so see if he can do anything with that. But yeah, unfortunate for the Southern Star, the eyes there of the old boy and the young buck. Yeah, just coming to grief there, and almost 2 completely separate incidents, but not much they can do as well.
100%. This is going to shake the playoff picture off completely, because I reckon on points alone, I reckon Aaron Major and Bradley Cairns will pretty much lock their way through if they get a nice finish here in the top 5. Well, the way it's looking at the moment, I think they will jump ahead and will be only battling for 2 positions next week for between Brendan Griffiths and Trent Laval. Will be the only 2. The top 6 will already be locked in. So
yeah, that's right. So Dean Powell, we got a word at Dean Powell. There he is on screen. He's doing a nudge and he's doing some mowing. So support your farmers. He's making some hay bales out there at the moment. So we're going to jump back to a replay. Looks like it's probably going to be very similar incident to the 35 as he's loose already. Loose, catching, and saves it. And saves it again and doesn't save it.
I'll come back with my baler and rake later, and I'll bale that bit of grass up, and I'll feed it to my cows a bit later on.
Yeah, certainly. Never done. Nothing goes to waste around here, mate.
Oh. So Ryan's actually gone into that lead of Newman a bit, up to half a second.
Yeah,
He's gone at him now.
You would. That's what I feel like he was trying to do, was back those cars up as much as he could and just take the pace out of it. So yeah, now he's going to try and use that once again. It's one thing catching Brad, it's another thing passing. As I saw at Texas, so I had a front row seat to a blocking masterclass from Brad, which was fun to watch. But I was actually cheering on. Hopefully, I could get past both of them, but that never came about. But yeah,
Ryan got a little bit loose then too on the exit of 4.
Yeah, loosey goosey old Ryan. That's a classic Jonesy, Will Bones. He's said he's still eating in. He's lost a bit of time this time around though. But yeah, as I said, one thing catching Brad, another thing passing him though.
Yeah, that's right. He's very quick, Brad Newman, and you know there's a lot of drivers that enjoy having Brad and these fast guys in the series. It's a benchmark for these guys. So yeah, it's always good seeing these fast guys at the front, and all of these guys you'll see on Sunday night for the ANC race. That is at, where's this week at? Kansas? No, it's not at Kansas. I can't remember. I'll find out. I'll have a look at my schedule. But ANC is back Sunday night. That series is with Motorsport Australia. That's the Australian NASCAR Championships, where the top 30 drivers from around Australia who qualified in last year will compete to be the Australian national champion.
Certainly. So we've got our battle times on screen at the moment. So Newman, you can see him just in the first half of the lap, just 300ths, and then in the back of the lap, which equates to about a tenth of lap that last lap by. So, and a half a second in that first one. Half a tenth on that first split as we go by. That's not too bad. That's pretty handy to have. I don't mind that little thing there too. By the way, Dean. And he's gonna spruce it up for us, and hopefully we can use that later on in the series.
So we are at Kansas on Sunday night for 125 laps.
Thickening, anyway. But we've got Newman out front. He's got that 1.5 second gap now. He's just saw the thread off from Ryan for those couple of laps where Ryan just come back in. But to be honest, it looked like Jones was probably battling the truck a little bit there. Yeah, you can see him. He's bent that right rear up, so he's in. Josh smells blood in the water here. He's going to look to try and make a pass on this number 11. Gets right up behind him. Oh, he's going to go down. in real life that would take the air off the rear spoiler and possibly make the 11 loose there, but Josh is going to have to work hard to get up here and get clear as Jones, top dominant track at the moment as Josh tries to move up here, so he doesn't want to throw it away here either, Josh, because she's got to remember Jones is in the playoff. It means nothing to Jonesy. He's got nothing to lose, and you can see him sliding the 11 truck all the way through that turn there. So I say if on the 31, you just keep that pressure on there and just make sure no one's going to pass you. But he's got a 5-second gap behind, so he doesn't have to make this a quick pass. Just wear that number 11 down.
I reckon these guys had a cracking battle about 2 weeks ago as well in the X Series. So these guys, they race hard, they race fair, they always race clean.
Definitely. Look at this 11 on the exit here. Watch him. Look at him slide.
Oh!
He's sliding all the way through. Josh is going to try. No, Jonesy blocks it. Josh wants the outside. Josh, that's the ideal line for the 31, but Jonesy's sort of coming and stuck it straight back up there. Can Josh get that run and make the momentum? He's going to have to do the slider and get past. He's not going to get it this time. He's going to be close. Yeah, he's going to get there. He's got there, and Jones is going to fight straight back on the inside now and see if the 11 can try and do the same thing to the 31 here and get that pace back. Watch the 11. He's going to be very, very loose on exit here as he comes up the track. Oh, he's going to just get it in there too. And so Josh says, righto, let's play on. Let's go back the other way. So we've got some sliders going on here. This is a great race from P2. This is what we needed. The race needed this. The 31's going to make another dive of it. He's going to try and slide up the exact same way. Jones is going to try and hold him. He might have a bit more momentum on the top side. Not quite. He's going to do it down the back straight. Oh, he gives him the bump instead. So you can see he gives him a little bump, and that'll be the battle over, unfortunately. But
there's a little battle going on at the moment. It's just going out a little bit now between Major and Cams and fourth and fifth.
Look at the handwork. Yeah, we knew that. The 11 was battling that right rear. You can see it on the wheel. He's up on the wheel now.
There's a little battle going on here between the 105 and the 7th for 4th and 5th at the moment. They were the lower 10th for 2nd just before, and here they go once again. It looks like Bradley Cairns is going to get the move done with a bit of help from behind.
Yeah, so this is a hot battle for 4th here. So we got Aaron Major currently holds that position, but Bradley Cairns putting the pressure on, try and make that pass. We've got the 77 who's a lap down in amongst this battle, which will not help these guys. And Dean Power, he's going to try and split the gap, who's on old tyres as well, not in this battle either. And then Stephen Williams just out the back door, not too far away. And Dean, has been dispatched. The 77 got dispatched by Stevie Williams in the 98. As I said, he's not in this battle, so Stevie said, come on, son, get out the road. I'm coming through. Make the move or I'll make you move. Anyway,
I'm just looking here at my... Oh, no, so we're at the 0.3 of a second now. But the battle between Micklemore and Jones was back on again. But I think that they've just separated a little bit there as these guys looks like they're going to go back at it again. There's Bradley Cairns. What a run this Bradley's having at the moment on... At the moment, even Aaron Major too. What an incredible run up to 4th.
Yeah, both drivers doing well tonight. They're having a good run. It's what they needed for their championship. So Bradley's just not going to do anything silly here and try and force the issue if it's not there. If it's there, take it. Put him under pressure for sure. Try and make him make a mistake, but don't throw away a good result for 1 point.
And that's the thing. Bradley's been in a lot of officials this week, so he'll know exactly what kind of car he's got underneath him right now on these longer runs. And also, too, that's what makes these series so much more competitive, and everyone's got a good chance. You've got the chance to do that extra work in the officials, which you can bring to these races on a Tuesday, Thursday night, and bring your best form in, knowing you've got the confidence with the car you got.
Yeah, certainly. We can see, as you mentioned earlier, the 7 there is still running. He's a hard bottom racer at the moment, so he's run the bottom all night. He's sticking to it. He's just a lane off the bottom there, right, and just through there. But he's chosen just to run that all night. So I wonder if he just changes it up, see if that just changes anything in his car. He's probably done that throughout the race, no doubt. But it just looks like he's just lost a little bit of time to Major the last couple of laps this time. Just down the bottom here, he's a little bit loose on the exit. And not too far behind is Riley Curtis, who he'll take advantage of any mishaps that if they happen to happen in front of him, like he did last week in Texas. He came from the clouds to finish 3rd.
Well, I think Brad's just let relying on that Air Jordan there at the moment to like make him glide through those corners.
Yeah, that's it. I believe I can fly.
He can definitely touch the sky.
Thinks about it every day. Sometimes at night time as well. 5 laps to go here though at Kansas Speedway. We've got Brad Newman who hasn't been headed out front. It's been all Newman out front. Brad, these guys. As I said, it is good to have these guys in the series. You can really learn a little from. I definitely have for one. I'm no expert, but I've definitely learned watching what these guys do and how they do it and where they put the cars. And so everyone can learn something off everyone out here. But we're coming out with 4 laps to go.
I think even Brad's getting a little bit loose there coming out of 4, unless he's just having a little bit of fun now. But he's got that thing on wheels.
You're right on board there. So the seams on the road can actually get the truck loose as well. So if you go across those seams, they can sometimes just wander a little bit loose too. So sometimes you don't want to run on. Sometimes you do want to run on, depending on how your truck's set up. But just running a nice top line here as we're right on board. Nice on exit there, nothing too untoward. Just driving nicely, nice steering inputs, nice and easy on the throttle. That's how you get it done here at Kansas.
Well, they look like the field's starting to settle out now. Newman's got a 3.4 second lead over Mickamore, and half a second back there is Ryan Jones. And then a couple more seconds back, we've got Aaron Major and Bradley Cairns, and then Stevie Williams is half a second behind Bradley, and Riley Curtis, he's 8.4 seconds there behind the leader, or about a second behind Williams, and then Brendan Griffiths with a great result as well. He's up to 8th. So some of the playoff drivers are going to be banking some great points here.
Yes, certainly.
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, all right.
This Angus Lawford there goes flying through. I think he might be on some fresh tyres there as well. Making the pass there on top. Oh, no, he's not. He's not. No. What am I thinking?
As Brad Newman takes the white flag here at Kansas Speedway. So he's got one more trip around the speedway to do. He's just about led every lap here tonight, apart from the pit stop cycles. He's done it with relative ease. He's had a few challenges. He's had a few charges try and come up. Jones mainly tried to make an effort on him late, and Josh Mickamore early on the race as well. But unfortunately, those guys didn't make way. But Brad unheaded here tonight. He's about to come out of turn 4 and take the checkered flag here at Kansas Speedway, not Queensland Speedway, but should be in Queensland. But a nice win for Brad Newman and the one truck there, and Josh Mickamore coming home second with Ryan Jones in third.
Another great result for Brad, our defending champion. He's looking to he's locked himself into the round of 8 now. He's through. There's going to be some other great results with points as well with everyone through the field. But this is Brad Newman's night once again in that number 1 machine in the Lobs Esports in the aqua colours.
Yeah, certainly it's going to be it's going to jumble up these points nice and well. So I'm looking forward to the point score after the race. But Brad's going to bring it down here and do a couple of skids for us, and we'll run through your finishing order in just a bit. We'll let Brad. Kyle pulls her up. He's just going to grab the flag. Speedway.
He's
just took the flag. That's all we needed to do. He ain't going to do any skids tonight.
Here are the
results. Leading the charge, as we mentioned, Brad Newman in first, Josh Mickamore in second, Ryan Jones for Simmerings DPR. Third, Aaron Major for Australia Wide Racing in P4, which is a great result. Maybe a PB for him in this season, possibly. We'll have to find out. But Bradley Cairns also doing a great job. Privateer just doing it on his own in P5 there. Riley Curtis was always there or thereabouts. Comes home in 6th position. Stevie Williams, a fighter. He fought on as hard as he could. P7. Brendan Griffiths, he was in a bit of it tonight, and he's brought home a nice result. So a top 10 finish there. That's going to keep him happy, I'd imagine. Jamie Davis' teammate, not too far behind. I think it's the 192 in P9, and Luke Payton rounds out the top 10.
Angus Lawford, another one of those Project 36 cars, and in the playoffs, comes in 11th. Tom Pritchard for Southern Stars Esports comes home in 12th. Mark Fluffy Grocott from Fluffy's Racing. In his first start in the series, he comes home in 13th. Marty Mitchell comes home. I think that'll be one of the Marty Mitchell's best results for the year too, in the 651 machine for Limit Barris Racing.
That's a pair of Kiwis there, just quietly. Yep. Mark Fluffy and Marty, pair of Kiwis there. Yeah, that's great. It's good to see. Carl Wilkinson with him out of the box into the car tonight for Vals Esports. He comes home in 15th. Aaron Dorman for Australian Wide Racing, teammate of our 4th place car tonight, Aaron Major. He comes home in 16th. Dean Powell, he was 3 laps down. He's the start of our cars, the laps down. He was 3 laps down in 17th. KT Dale, not the result he'd be looking for tonight. He had a fast car early. He was down 3 laps in 18th. Trent Laval, 7 laps down in 20th. And we got Jared Gilbert. These cars are multiple laps down. Jared Gilbert, David Lawler from Project 36. Andy Barber had a great run early, had a fast car tonight. Unfortunately got caught up in an incident. He was 28 laps down. Then we got Karen Ament, Ryan Barber, Brad Wright, Jason Holdsworth, Dylan McDonald and Brian Blundell rounds out your field tonight. Yeah, so we had a few non-finishes there in the end of it, so it was a tough race for some. Shame for Andy. Just got into trouble there, come down on the 7 there at one point, but shame to just not see him get the result that he probably deserved by running up there all night. But we've got our drivers waiting for us, so we'll bring them in and we'll have some interviews. We've got Little Bones Jones in the booth with us tonight. He did try to make a fist of it, tried a few times to do something with Brad Newman out front, but just couldn't make anything happen there, unfortunately, Jonesy.
Yeah, we got up on the wheel, gave it an old rag, but, just wasn't good enough tonight.
Yeah, saw you up on the wheel, mate. You were pretty loose towards the end of the race. Nice battle with the 31, though.
I was pretty loose all race. The set just wasn't really tight enough. I mean, I think you saw it on that last restart when we started off into turn 3, and Brad had a tighter line, and he was able to carry a lot more speed than I was. I was pretty loose. I took a swing on the setup with the last pit stop, and I don't know if I made it better or worse or more of the same. It's still pretty loose, and don't know. I dropped a lot of speed that last one. Not quite know why.
Yeah, we see that now. We're running down into turn 3 here, and you see just come off the bottom here into turn 4. Just couldn't hold it down there, but yeah, unfortunately that was it. That was pretty much the effort there. That was the opportunity to try and make that happen. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like a few of the trucks out there were pretty loose on the loose end of it. But otherwise, yeah, P3, mate. That's not too bad.
Oh, mate, you know me. It's second to the losers in my book, but
I did, mate. I do know you, and that's what I said. I said, James, if there's a hole, he's going to go in it. He's only here to win. So, well done, though. P3. That's better than last. So that's not too bad, mate. Give your sponsors and teammates a shout out, though.
It's better than last week or whatever the last time was in this series. Yeah, big shout out, Steve-O. He was up on the wheel as well tonight. Sapper, Lifton Hoist, Ben Max. I don't know. Half the sponsors on the car aren't actually sponsors anymore, so I think we need to get Neil back in the paint booth. Big shout out to all the boys back at DPR, and you guys put on a good broadcast. I'm sure to be a fun watch back as usual.
I was going to say we might have to get a bit of blue paint off his truck there at the front. I think after that last 20 laps with Josh.
Yeah, I could have let Josh go, but it was a nice little battle and decided against a second crossover.
Yeah, I was like, where's the fun in that? But, mate, come on. I was expecting the crossover. But anyway. Good job, mate. And hopefully we'll see you out here next week. Are you coming out for ANC on the weekend or what?
Yeah, sure am. Ready to play on a level playing field for once. Should be fun, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. It's Kansas. But anyway, we won't keep you any longer, mate. Appreciate you coming in. We'll see you next week.
Cheers, boys.
Right, we'll get Josh Mickey in here, and you can have a chat with Mitchie if you like. Nigel, take it away, mate.
Yeah, well, congratulations there, Josh, on your second place tonight. I was just saying to Ryan then that you might have to get a bit of blue paint off he's their truck tonight. You'll have to get a bit of the white paint off. You guys were touching paint there for a while.
Yeah, it's a good little battle. Me and him have always raced pretty hard and pretty clean. So, but that was another battle tonight. It was good fun. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was up in that top 2 to 3 pretty much all night. He qualified well. Had a winner in the officials this week as well. Did they bring any of that form and that mindset you had for those races in the officials? Could you bring that into this race tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. After the race last night, I actually ran a completely different setup tonight. So, and it was a lot. I'm not sure if I was just driving it harder than I was last night, as in the car. But yeah, it was very loose. So that last pit stop, I had to do a lot of. I'm not sure. I think I was about 3 seconds off Ryan in that second run. So I had to do some major adjustments in those pits and tighten her up a bit. And yeah, she was a lot better than it was in the last run. I would have that battle with Jonesy and get by him, so it was good.
You disguised the car from being loose very well.
I was loose that second run, real loose.
Well, a good result tonight, which locks you pretty much the way the points are. You should get yourself through to the round of 8. So, does that, as we look on this here, I think you should be just about safe to go through. Well, Brad will go into second, so then you'll make it through. Does that change your approach to the other races for the rest of the? I think there's only one more race left in this round.
No, not really. I'm still trying to get after that win in this series, but I'm not really thinking about that too much. I just do my race and see what happens, sort of thing. So, if I think too much about that, I'll overthink it and wreck. So, just go out there, do my thing, and see what happens.
Well, congratulations once again on your second place. I know you've got some fans out there on YouTube. Your old man, is that your old man? Your old man. He's always putting comments and out there. It's great to see the support from the series from family and friends. So, give him a shout out.
Yeah, thanks for the old man for having a look. Obviously, you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Nigel and Jace for putting all the work into the series and all the series we're doing this year. Appreciate it. A lot of work you guys do behind the scenes. And Nitro put me on this year. It's good fun.
Very good. There you have it, Josh Mickelmore, P2 tonight. And as you said, shout out Big T Rev in the chat. He tunes in every week and gives his young fellow some support there. We'll bring in Brad Newman now into the box, and pretty uneventful realistically for Brad tonight. Not much happening out there other than driving in circles tonight, mate.
All right, g'day, boys. No, that's it. Just rolling around trying to look after the tyres, and the yellows decided the pit strategy for me, so it wasn't too complicated tonight.
I was hoping for an alternative pit strategy. I said in the booth during the race, I said, "Oh, Brad's got to come in at a funny time to mix this up for everybody."
Oh, Matt, I would have loved to, but the opportunity to do something different didn't even turn up. I had a lap of fuel left and was about to come in when that last yellow came out. So it would have been interesting after that. I think we would have had enough fuel to get to the end, but it would have been close because I was just about out of fuel when across the finish line there.
Yeah, sure, it would have been pretty interesting, but like I said, sort of like taken out of your hands there. But you had a few challenges. Jonesy tried to make a pass there at some point, and Josh had a crack at it as well. But it just seems like your truck was just suited better, and maybe the clean air helped as well. But they just weren't able to sort of get anywhere sort of past you, I guess, halfway past you, and that was it. That's all you saw of them, really. Yeah,
the truck was pretty good. I just had to make a couple. Just had to loosen it off a little bit at both stops. But yeah, once I was saving tyres a bit in the bottom lane, once I saw them coming back up to me in the top lane, I just decided to move up there and in all of the stints, and it was fine once it was up there.
Yeah, very good. Well, it was a pretty dominant win, and another race victory under your belt, mate. So sponsors and shout-outs, man.
As always, just you guys for the work you do, putting these events on, and the guys over at Lobs Esports. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. We appreciate you coming out, man.
And we'll see Brad on Sunday night too for the ANC race here at Kansas. I think he'll be hoping for his first win and some good luck in that series as well. So
Yeah, he certainly will. But yeah, he's done it nice and comfortably tonight. Nigel, any final thoughts before we close this one out?
well, we're in for a cracking race next week. I think we're at. Where are we next week? I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't actually read that.
At North Wilkesboro, so we're going
That's
short
right.
track racing next week. So we've seen a couple of rivalries evolve in this season. So and they're healthy rivalries too. So I'm looking forward to a bit of short track racing. We'll see who becomes the bug and who becomes the windscreen there. I guess so.
There'll be a bit of paint traded, I'd imagine, after that race. People swapping tins of paint. I'll fix your car up. You can do mine.
Yeah, certainly. And for me tonight, it was about the I guess you couldn't call them rookies, but the newer guys. The P4 for Aaron Major and the P5 first top 5 for the season for Bradley Kenzo, as you can see on screen. Great job to those guys, and that's going to put them in good stead moving forward through this playoff system. So we'll see how it all shakes out before next weekend. But on behalf of Nigel and the eSeries here and Dean in the booth with us doing all the camera works, we appreciate everyone getting involved, getting in the chat. We hope you enjoyed tonight, and we'll see you same time next week, guys. Thank you.